Welcome to Storied Audio. Arya Vale had built her entire career on beating Kyle Ryden. He was the CEO of Ryden Tech, the sleek, fast-growing competitor that always seemed to launch products 2 steps ahead of her company, Vale Innovations. Every investor meeting, every board presentation, every late-night strategy session somehow circled back to him. Kyle was the obstacle, the threat, the rival she was supposed to crush. And she had never even spoken to him. Not until the night everything changed. The annual TechVision Gala was supposed to be a celebration of innovation, but Arya felt like she was walking into enemy territory. Cameras flashed, reporters swarmed, and the ballroom glittered with people who pretended to be friends while quietly plotting each other's downfall. She was adjusting her bracelet when she heard a voice behind her. Arya Vale. She froze. She knew that voice. She'd heard it in interviews, in podcasts, in boardrooms where executives dissected his every move. She turned. Kyle Ryden stood there in a tailored black suit, looking infuriatingly calm. His dark hair was slightly tousled, his eyes sharp and unreadable. He extended a hand. "We've never officially met," he said. "I thought it was time." She hesitated before shaking his hand. His grip was warm, steady. Too steady. "Didn't expect you to approach me," she said coolly. He smiled, small, almost amused. "I'm not your enemy, Arya. You're my biggest competitor." "Competitor," he repeated softly. "Not enemy." But the way he looked at her, curious, intrigued, made her chest tighten in a way she didn't understand. Before she could respond, a reporter swooped in, asking for a photo of the two titans of innovation. Arya wanted to refuse, but Kyle stepped closer, his hand brushing her back as they posed. The camera flashed, and something inside her shifted. Over the next few weeks, Arya found herself replaying that moment more than she wanted to admit. The warmth of his hand, the sincerity in his voice, the way he didn't look at her like a rival to destroy, but a person worth understanding. It bothered her. It intrigued her. Terrified her. She tried to bury it under work. Late nights, endless meetings, new product deadlines. But every time she saw his name in the news, every time she heard his voice in an interview, her heart reacted before her mind could stop it. She didn't hate him. She liked him. Too much. And once she admitted that truth to herself, she couldn't unfeel it. He sent him a message, short, impulsive, reckless. "Coffee? Neutral ground. No business talk." She expected him to ignore it. But he replied within minutes. "Name the place." They met at a small cafe tucked between 2 office towers. No reporters. No assistants. No board members watching. Just them. Kyle arrived first, sitting by the window with a cup of black coffee. When he saw her, he stood, pulling out her chair. "You surprised me," he said. "I surprised myself," she admitted. They talked for hours. About childhood dreams, about burnout, about the pressure of leading companies that everyone expected to be perfect. They laughed. They argued. They shared stories they'd never told anyone else. And when she finally gathered the courage to say it, her voice shook. "I think I like you. More than I should." He stared at her, stunned. "Arya, you're serious?" She nodded, heart pounding. He exhaled slowly, running a hand through his hair. "I don't know what to do with that." "Neither do I." He leaned forward, eyes softening. "But I haven't been able to stop thinking about you either." Her breath caught. "But if we do this," he said, "our companies will lose their minds. People will say you're betraying your board." "I know. And mine will say you're manipulating me." He reached across the table, taking her hand. "Then we'll face it together." The backlash was immediate. When the first photo leaked, Arya and Kyle leaving the cafe together, the internet exploded. Investors panicked. Analysts speculated. Employees whispered. Her board demanded explanations. His PR team begged him to deny everything. Competitors mocked them. Shareholders threatened to pull out. Arya's closest friend accused her of sleeping with the enemy. Kyle's brother warned him he was throwing away the company. The pressure was suffocating. Some nights Arya cried alone in her office, wondering if she'd ruined everything she'd worked for. Some nights Kyle sat awake in his penthouse, staring at the city lights, wondering if love was worth the cost. But every time they met, every stolen moment, every whispered conversation, every kiss, they found strength again. You're worth the chaos, Kyle would say, brushing her hair back. So are you, she whispered. They became each other's anchor. Each other's rebellion. Each other's hope. It started with a joint statement. Then a collaborative charity initiative. Then a shared innovation summit. People resisted at first. They doubted. They criticized. But slowly, painfully, things shifted. Because when the world saw Arya and Kyle standing side by side, not as rivals but as partners, something changed. Their unity forced people to rethink competition, rethink loyalty, rethink what it meant to build something meaningful. Their love didn't weaken their companies. It strengthened them. And eventually, impossibly, the business world accepted it. Not because it was easy, but because it was real. Months later, Arya stood on the rooftop of Vale Innovations, watching the sunset paint the skyline gold. Kyle stepped beside her, slipping his arm around her waist. Do you ever regret it? He asked softly. She leaned into him. Not for a single heartbeat. He kissed her temple. You changed my life. You changed mine first. They stood together, overlooking the city they once fought over, now building a future they'd chosen together. Rivals no longer. Lovers always. Proof that even in the cutthroat world of business, love can rewrite the rules. And sometimes, it becomes the greatest innovation of all. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.